Welcome back. Welcome. I'm Mr. Bitcoin Maxi. We are all Bitcoin Maxi. So today, I want to talk about Fed rate cuts, which happened today, and what it means for Bitcoin. First, I want to thank you all for 1,000 subs, almost at 1,100. You all have been great supporting this channel, this community. I wanted to personally thank you all. If you're new here, consider hitting the subscribe button. So I was watching Fed Chair Jerome Powell talk, and so it's not looking good, to be honest. Now, you might be asking, how isn't it good if they cut rates? Well, the crazy thing is that I can see why Fed Chair Jerome Powell hasn't been wanting to cut rates. Now, the reason for that, okay, hear me out on this. The reason for that is because when you cut rates, things get more expensive, and inflation is already bad, okay? So upon the rate cut, they're more worried right now about jobs and the creation of new jobs, which isn't looking too good compared to inflation, all right? So here's why I believe that Jerome Powell hasn't been wanting to cut rates. It's because when you have inflation, right, and inflation is going to get worse, even though they cut rates, it's going to be hard for employers to still hire people because of the inflation, and especially with tariffs. If the companies are importing goods from different countries, that has a factor in addition to the inflation, right? So it was already projected that they were going to cut rates by 25 basis points, which they did. Bitcoin's still hovering at around 116,000. However, we still have two more rate cuts to come, which they said they want to do. So we have one coming in October and December. Now, what does that mean for Bitcoin? Well, for now, Bitcoin is still at a discount in my opinion, but as we see the Fed cut more rates, Bitcoin is going to get more expensive. And the thing with that is everyday purchases that you buy, for example, groceries and everyday expenses, right, is going to get more expensive in addition, possibly, to your utilities. So that's another thing. And historically, Bitcoin tends to go up even when things get more expensive. Bitcoin usually follows that because investors want to put their money in hard assets, and like gold, silver, and as well as Bitcoin, okay? Now, what's going to happen with Bitcoin is it's going, in my opinion, as the Fed starts cutting more and more rates, it's going to get more expensive. So when we come towards November, we'll possibly see Bitcoin back around 124,000, maybe even higher, to be honest, because by then, inflation will be higher, things will continuously get more expensive, and I really don't think that the labor market is going to get any better with the Fed rate cuts. And I see, like I said, that's why a lot of people, in my opinion, don't understand why Jerome Powell has been pushing back with the Trump administration on cutting rates. Because, yeah, you cut the rates, sure, it's easier money, right? Easier borrowing. At the same time, cheaper borrowing, but at the same time, the issue is that companies are not going to be able to afford to pay employees. And I see both sides of the fence because the Trump administration is trying to fight the inflation side, okay? And Jerome Powell is like, look, inflation's bad. We want to get this under control. However, there is two sides to it, of course. There's two sides, and in my opinion, Bitcoin is going to continuously go up over time. Now, what does that mean for you? That means that right now is really a good time to sit down and figure out, before things get more expensive, to say, where can I start saving money? What skill set do I have that I can start a side hustle or side business in case I lose my job if hopefully you haven't already. But everybody has a skill. And so it's important to recognize that whatever your passion is, whatever your skill is, start a side business with it, and don't rely on your 9 to 5, especially as the rate cuts start coming. Things are going to get more expensive. And like I said, we still have 2 more rate cuts coming this year. So in November, we'll see, or I mean October, we'll see if they do 50 basis point cut. But Jerome Powell has said they want to see the data, right? That's why it was only 25 basis points this time, because they're really being careful about it. And right now, Bitcoin is still, in my opinion, a discount for the long term. But it's important to recognize that wherever you can save money right now is not financial advice, but where everybody should be looking to say, okay, things are about to get expensive. Let me see where I can save money before Bitcoin really starts taking off. Okay? And Bitcoin is not as cheap as it is right now. So by the end of the year, can we be 150,000? Who knows? Could we go down a little bit before the next meeting? Who knows? Okay? Who knows? But by the end of the year, I definitely think that we will be definitely above our all-time high of 124,000. So I want to come on and give this little update while I'm out here on my walk. And I appreciate you all for the love and support on this channel. If you made it this far, thank you for making this far and watching. And I will see you all in the next video. I'm Mr. Bitcoin Maxi, and we are all Bitcoin Maxis. Have a good day.